So in today's video, I want to go over something that surprises me that not every single home service small business has, and that is a CRM. And if you don't know what that is, then this is the video for you. If you do know what it is and you don't have one, then this is definitely the video for you. And if you have one and it's not going as well as you'd like, or you don't really know why you have it, or whatever it is, then feel free to keep watching this video. So if we haven't met before, hi, my name is Adam Keeler. I have a home service business here in North Dallas, and for the past 5 years, I've been working on taking my business from a startup all the way to $1 million a year in business. And I've had a lot of people reach out to me asking me what tips and tricks that I can share with them. My hope is that this channel, I'll be able to pass on this information to you, hopefully to help you have a thriving, profitable business. So what a CRM is, anytime you get new leads or you have customers, you put them all into one platform and it houses them there. And so it keeps track of all their files, all the work that you've done, all the notes and pictures and everything all in one spot. And the reason why a CRM is so important is if you ever want to get employees and have them be able to have systems and do their work on their own, and be able to scale, and especially if you want to have your business run on its own, you have to have a CRM. And no, CRMs don't have everything under the sun to do all the things that you want it to do. For the most part, if you can get about 80% of what you want out of a CRM, then you've got a good CRM. And there are a lot of different CRMs that fit different industries. I know of a lot of CRMs, I just don't know a lot about them. There's probably about 2 or 3 that I know a lot more about, but the one that we use is called Jobber, and the other one that we use that we don't use for CRMs is called Go High Level, and I'll explain both of those in just a second. And so about a year ago, I had somebody in my church. He inherited a business from his dad, and it's a pool repair business, and I think it does about $1 million a year in revenue. And I said, hey, if you ever want to talk, like, I'd love to talk to you about business, and let's meet up sometime. And he goes, no, I don't think I need that because my business is doing fine. Like, my dad ran it for 25 years or whatever, and it's good. I don't need any help. I said, okay, well, you probably will need it, but if you don't feel like that right now, then no worries. And it was about a couple months later, he actually made an appointment with me, and he said, okay, all right, what do you have to say? Like, I'll listen. And so I went through his business, and I was surprised that one of the things he had was everything was on paper. Every single customer file and notes was on paper in an actual filing cabinet, and he had thousands and thousands and thousands of them. There's probably a lot more home service businesses that are like this than I thought. With the digital age, there's so many companies that are shifting over to CRMs that I had completely forgotten about paper filing. And if that's you, that's okay. If you feel like you don't need to switch over to a CRM, well, neither did this guy. And this guy was, I don't know, he's like 24 or something. But you think that younger, newer people would want to do more of this technology stuff. But he said, no, it just doesn't make sense for the cost. And I get that. It makes a lot of sense. But I guess it depends on what you want to do with your goals. So if you want the goal of hiring employees and having a system a business that runs on systems and that the business can run well without you, then you have to have a CRM. So these are some of the points that I made to him. So a CRM, when you have all your customers in one place, then you're able to look them up really easily on your phone, on your iPad, when you're out and about. When you go to the customer's house, they might go, I'd like to do this. Like, what did I do last time? And so you're able to pull it up really easily. How we use our CRM, Jobber, in our business is we get leads that go into the CRM, and I told you we use Go High Level and Jobber, so I'll talk about Go High Level in just a minute. So Jobber, it gets the leads, and then when we schedule the appointment, we schedule it on Jobber, and then the customer gets this automatic text that says you've been scheduled, and then closer to the appointment, they get automated text to say, hey, just a reminder your appointment's tomorrow, and then reminding you it's today. And so now our customers are always there for us to talk to, whereas before, it's kind of a hit or miss whether they remembered it or not, or if I remember to send them a text to remind them. And so it's just an automated text. And then my sales guy is able to take pictures and then write everything on the pictures and that he needs to, and sets up the quote on Jobber with the pictures, and then in the notes attaches those pictures and then writes stuff to say to the employee that's ordering the products, and then to the installers that says like, hey, make sure to do this, watch out for this, whatever. This is how many things they bought and where they go. And so all of that is there. And then he sends that quote to the customer, who then approves and pays, and that automatically gets sent to the ordering person. And then that ordering person, once they order, they'll schedule it as a job, and then it goes onto our installer's app. And so when they show up to the garage and they look at to see what they're doing that day, they have the app and their schedule and the notes, and so they know what products to get. They don't have to talk to the sales guy like, oh, what did you mean by this? Or have the sales guy show up with them just to make sure he's pointing at everything that they talked about with the customer. And it's all there. And so just having that flow, it makes the system so smooth, and it cuts down a lot of waste that would be made if you're using paper. And then when we collect the invoice, the installers send the invoice to the customer, and then they collect the check and type in Jobber and say, hey, we collected the check, and then it clears out the invoice to say that it's been paid for, or the customer pays in Zelle or cash or credit card, and then it doesn't actually go to an office person to then send the invoice. We collect it on the job right after the install. And it makes it so much easier. So if you don't have a CRM, then I highly recommend you looking and finding one. Talk to people in your industry. I don't think that Jobber is the best for all industries, but it's really good for just a CRM. So if you're just collecting information about the customer, then I think it would work for any industry. Now, the reason why we pair it up with Go High Level is a way more advanced and probably way too advanced type of CRM. I don't like it as a CRM because it's kind of clunky, but it's one of those things that a lot of agencies use, and there's so many bells and whistles and features and stuff. But the thing that I really like about it is that's more of our marketing side of things. So our marketing is there, and then our customer information here. And you can actually connect those two so they'll talk to each other. So the example of that friend, again, who had the pool repair company, I said, well, when do you guys usually do repairs? And he said, oh, whenever there's a freeze. And so in Texas, they're just random. So there'll be one in February and then one in April, and it will freeze and crack things in the pool. And so how is he going to message all of the customers that he has in his database in those files? How is he supposed to reach out to them? They all have pools. How is he supposed to reach out to them to see if they're doing okay? And so Jobber doesn't really do a good job being able to send out mass emails or texts very well. They're starting to get a little bit better. You can do some add-ons to it that I've seen people do, so you can stay in Jobber. The nice thing about Go High Level for us is we're able to immediately send out a text message to everybody, and then there's a chat box so that we can talk to people. And then we actually have, with this, we have an AI bot who can answer people. So if it's too much for somebody to handle, we actually have this AI, conversational AI bot who will, if somebody, so like, let's say you send a text and say, hey, there's a freeze that just happened. If you need any repair, type the word repair. So they'll type the word repair, and then the AI bot will see that and then put them on, like say, hey, all right, when would you like to be scheduled? And then they'll put them on the schedule. Or you can have them make it so it sends it to you, and then you can call them or whatever. You can set up so many different things. But the point is, having something like that with this business that he has, it will be an absolute game changer, because now he can send out emails and text messages throughout the year whenever it's like the best opportunity for him. Or he can send out a newsletter every month just to be at top of mind whenever something is needed. And just having something like that is so beneficial. And so if you're ever on the fence of having a CRM, get one. And if you're ever wondering if it's worth the cost, it definitely is. And if you have something like Jobber and you wish that you had something a little bit more, then I suggest looking into Go High Level. It is a lot more comprehensive, so you might need to have somebody that knows how to do it well to help you out. I have somebody that helps me out. I understand it pretty well, but I have somebody set everything up for me. And I completely forgot to say when I was over there recording that Jobber has a referral program that you can get 3 free months. So if you use my link in the description below, then you can get access to that promotion. My invitation to you is to either get a CRM or improve your CRM to make it just a little bit better for your business, because my message here on YouTube is to help people build a foundation for their business that if they choose to step out of their business, it can run on its own. And having a CRM is exactly what you need if you don't have one, or if you don't have a really good one, making it a little bit more robust. If you want to learn more about building the right foundation for your business, I suggest watching this next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.